Hello everybody, I'm Delegate Kenneth R. I'm reporting to you in the second week of the General Assembly session from my office here in Richmond. Our committees are underway looking at legislation that's been introduced, and some bills are actually been reported to the floor. The way the legislature works is that a bill reported from committee is on what Mr. Jefferson had termed second reading. During that time we debate bills. If the bill is engrossed, that is to say it's included with its amendment, passed to the third reading the next day, it's voted on for final passage. We have had some bills, and some of them have had controversy. You may have read about the bill that reorganizes the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority Board. Very important bill to our Airports Authority, a very important bill to the extension of Metro Rail to Dulles. In the bill's debate, a number of issues were raised about whether the bill needed to be go into effect right away, was the appropriate composition of the board in place, and so on. I ended up voting for the bill because I think it's very important that we reorganize the MWA board. It's a bit dysfunctional the way it works now. We need to get that under control, but most importantly, we need to finalize the negotiations for the second phase of Dulles Rail. We need to do that with a new board in place. The bill died because it required a 4/5 vote to go into effect immediately. I was one of 3 Democrats who voted for its passage. We haven't seen the end of the bill. It'll be back again this session, and I'm convinced that in the end the bill will ultimately pass. On the Rules Committee on which I sit, we took up the governor's reform proposals for the General Assembly, for state government generally, and reported a number of those measures to the floor. The most controversial piece for Northern Virginia is combining Northern Virginia Transportation Commission and Northern Virginia Transportation Authority. Sounds like one and the same organization, but those who work with both of them realize they have very distinct and different functions and really do need to be in place. That bill will be debated this coming week. A good news on another major measure was related to uranium mining. The governor announced this week that we should not move forward on some proposals to lift the ban that's currently in place on uranium mining. I was opposed to lifting the ban. The governor says let's don't do it, so that issue is off the table for now. That completes my report for the second week here at the General Assembly. Hope you'll join us next week at the same time. Thank you.